good, everybody? It is Monday, April 5th, 2021. This is the Early Edge, powered as always by SportsLine. I am the coach, and we are coming off a fantastic, nearly perfect day for the show. 6-1, the White Sox. They lose it in walk-off fashion to the Angels, where we would have been perfect last night, including our Jewelers Gym parlay that returned plus 152. I was perfect. The site was perfect. That means we have a winner today in our perfect parlay contest from YouTube, and it is at Chris Porter. Chris, the jeweler, will reach out to you and let you know how you can cash in on your year-long subscription to SportsLine. And if you want to be a part of it, all you got to do is go to YouTube, leave a best bet in the comments and your Twitter handle. And then if one of our cappers is perfect and you hit your best bet, you're eligible for a year-long subscription. Also, I can tell you before we get to our picks that prop games are back. The world's best golfers are teeing up in Augusta, and we have an opportunity for you to win big bucks without even hitting a tee shot. You can win up to $250,000 playing our props game this week by visiting cbssports.com/props or by downloading the CBS Sports app. The game is 100% free to enter. All you have to do is answer some questions, compete against the world for your chance to win a $10,000 first-place prize. And if you get every single question right, it's $250,000 just for you. Once again, to play, all you have to do is visit cbssports.com/props or on the CBS Sports mobile app. A link is in the description. All right, let's bring in our cappers right now. Mikey, so close to perfect last night. White Sox, come on, baby. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Coach. This is such a beautiful Monday. We got the Maestro back. The sun is shining. Day baseball, Masters week. I'm going to sweat some baseball at my pool this afternoon probably. It's going to be a great week. I am so fired up.
Even in our Jewelers Gym parlay, we're giving you games throughout the day so you can root all day long. You mentioned the Maestro. It's just not the same when he is gone. Maestro, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Great to be back. I just cannot wait. I checked the start time, 9:22. Oh, my God. I have to wait all freaking day for that game.
Wow. And after the women last night with such a phenomenal championship game for them, then tonight we have the men. Couldn't ask for anything better than what we've gotten in the NCAA tournament. Okay, let's jump into our storylines that could affect the betting lines today. M Squared, the floor is yours.
All right, the trend continues here with players questionable, resting, all of that in the NBA. We've got some big news. Blake Griffin doubtful on the second night of a back-to-back for the Nets. They are 4.5-point favorites against the New York Knicks. James Harden is questionable. That line tells me he's probably going to play, but he is still truly questionable at this point. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jarrett Allen, Larry Nance, both questionable in their matchup with the San Antonio Spurs. For the Washington Wizards, they're taking on Toronto. We've got a number of players questionable on both sides here. Bradley Beal, Hachimura, both questionable for the Washington Wizards. On the Toronto side, Kyle has been ruled out. Fred VanVleet is questionable. Rodney Hood, who's been playing some minutes for them, he has already been ruled out as well. Sacramento at Minnesota. Hassan Whiteside questionable for Minnesota. Malik Beasley, Jalen Noel, D'Angelo Russell, Ricky Rubio, all listed as doubtful. And then for the fun one here, both teams trying to tank as hard as they possibly can here at this point in the season. Detroit at Oklahoma City. For Detroit, Mason Plumlee, Wayne Ellington, Jahlil Okafor, Rodney Magruder, all out. On the Oklahoma City side, Mike Muscala, Josh Hall, Darius Blaisley, Lou Dort, Isaiah Roby, and Al Horford, all out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Which team can tank harder is the question here at that point. And then for the Dallas Mavericks against Utah, Kristaps Porzingis is on the injury report. Dallas is only 4.5-point underdogs. Based on that number, I would expect Porzingis to play.
Yeah, it's amazing how different the outcomes are when a lot of these star players don't play. It is substantial. So pay attention to who's in and who's out before you make your play. Now, we said that we were going to announce our winner of the prop name contest today. I'm going to wait a little bit longer because we're having so many good ones come in. But the Maestro is back, and he's got that name, which everybody loves. But I know, Maestro, that props are your thing. Can you give me some news that is going to make me feel better today?
Yeah, Coach, great segue there. But I was looking through all the props. There's several numbers that I'm waiting on for today that I wanted to give out, and the books just don't come out with them super early in the morning. I wanted to mention that I talked to the tech department at SportsLine, an unbelievable group of people working very hard, that we are going to have a props feed, just like we have a pick feed. If you scroll on your phone, you see all the picks. They're all short write-ups, about 100 words or less. We're going to have the exact same thing 4 props in every major sport. They're telling me that they're working as hard as they can to get that up by this summer so that it's good to go for football. And I just can't wait for that, because that'll be an easy way for everyone to follow along every single prop play that we have.
That is fantastic news, and especially if we can get it up and running by the time football gets here, because those games are all throughout the day and they're always changing. So that'll be a great thing for our followers at home. All right, it's time for our board today. 6-1 yesterday. Can we do better today? I'm going to start with our SportsLine plays of the day. We've got 2, and they're both from the NHL. We start with the Oilers, plus 110. They've been good to us as of late. They win 53% of our simulations at SportsLine. You're getting plus money here. They drop the puck at 7 Eastern. We'll take that all day. Second play, Flyers, plus 150 at Boston. They drop the puck at 7 Eastern. This simulation cashes 51% of the time. So incredible value getting it plus 150 tonight against Boston. So Oilers plus 110, Flyers plus 150. All right, how about my guys' boards? M squared, you know the drill. Give it to me.
All right, Coach, let's start with Major League Baseball here. I'm going to pick on our Kansas City Royals. As much as we love them, as much as we love the hot start to the season, we're taking the Cleveland Indians here. I gave this out on SportsLine minus 111. I got it at minus 105 at one of the books. It's minus 121 now. However, we still have an edge on the game, but it's a spot where I want to highlight, if you have the SportsLine subscription in the app, which you should, you can hit the follow button on any particular expert or any particular game. If you do that, you will get a push notification the exact second that it is click save. I watch it when I click save. I get the notification before my screen even refreshes. Highly recommend doing that. So the reason why I like the Indians, they're facing a left-handed pitcher. They're still undervalued against left-handed pitching, especially one like Danny Duffy, who's not going to be throwing with very high velocity here. I love this spot for them. They have a number of platoon players that play against left-handed pitching. This line should be closer to minus 130. I think that we're going to see it close there very, very quickly after the show ends, but go jump on that now. Love the Cleveland Indians. Second play, Houston Astros plus 105 against the Angels. We all watched Ohtani hit the home run last night, throw 101 miles per hour, and then the nasty play at the plate. I expect him to sit in this game. It hasn't been announced in any way yet. I do expect them to give him the day off after he wakes up today. They reevaluate him after he pitched in that game as well. So watch for that. If and when he does sit, he is worth about 15 to 18 cents to the line against a right-handed pitcher, as they only have 3 left-handed bats in the Angels lineup. He would be the third. I'm projecting them to only have 2 tonight. So I make the Astros all the way up to minus 122. I think that as that news comes out this afternoon, you're going to see that plus 105 disappear very quickly.
That is a great nugget, which means get the early edge on this game and get your play in now. Excuse me. Don't wait until game time later tonight. Now, speaking of later tonight, excuse me, my apologies. There is one game that stands out above the rest, and we've had an amazing run in the NCAA tournament here on the show, so it would only make sense for the Maestro to bring it home with his pick for the national championship game. Maestro, what do you got?
All right, let's do it, Coach. You know, I've been on Baylor the last 3 rounds, but I think it ends here. I just don't like the matchup. When you look at what Gonzaga does, they don't let you take a lot of threes. They force you into the lane, into the mid-range, or at the rim. UCLA had the greatest mid-range shooting performance in the history of the NCAA tournament. I believe they were 9 of 9 on jumpers from 15 to 19 feet. So, but Baylor, we know, the best 3-point shooting team in the country, but that's not what Gonzaga allows you to do. I'm sure they'll get some threes, but they're not going to get as many open threes as they need. And then I think on the other side, you know, elite defenders on Baylor, but that's when they face isolation heavy offenses. This Gonzaga team, the cutting, the movement, the constant motion, I just don't think the Baylor defense is going to hold up the same way. There's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a great game, but I think down the stretch late, Gonzaga also a better free throw shooting team. And I just think we're getting also a little value, you know, because Gonzaga almost lost. And, you know, there was a guy that had 770,000 on the money line that must have had a heart attack during that game. But, you know, Gonzaga with their worst performance in terms of, you know, how close it was, and Baylor with the absolute dominance over Houston. I think we're getting a little value on this. I'm going to lay the 4.5 points with the Zags.
Well, think about this. Before Saturday, they had won, 28 games in a row by double digits. And because they have one close game, the market goes all the way back to 4.5. I think there's incredible value here. I know Mikey is backing you as well, and his model somewhere around 6 or 7 is what he had it opening at. So this is incredible value. I'm jumping on Gonzaga now. I'm not waiting until tip tonight. Okay, we are up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here we go with the recap. Also, we're going to throw you a little Jewelers Gym parlay as well. But first, M-squared, he's on the Indians, minus 121 over the Royals, 4-10 first pitch. And the Astros, plus 105 at the Angels. Angels coming off that emotional walk-off win last night. Then the Maestro, one play for him tonight. And then also, you follow him on social media. You never know when maybe he'll throw a prop pick out, but you got to turn on those notifications. He's on the Zags. Gonzaga, minus 4.5 over Baylor, 9:20 Eastern tonight, right here on CBS. And then SportsLine plays of the day. Oilers plus 110, Flyers plus 150. And then write this down. Our Jewelers Gym parlay of the day. It's not just plays that are on this show. How about the Twins, the Indians, and the Jets in the NHL? That will pay you plus 346 if you're a $100 bettor. Let me repeat that. Twins, Indians, and the Jets from the NHL. The Jets is a late start. If you win those 2 baseball games early in the afternoon, you got a chance to hedge at 7 o'clock. So we're trying to teach you, help you. Plus 346. We'll take that all day long. All right. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For M-squared, for the Maestro, who's back, for the jeweler, who puts all of this together, and also he's been cashing some parlay tickets as of late as well. I am the coach. Let's have a great start to your week. And remember, this is the only place for your daily early edge. Good luck.